मीना देखा चांद ने जिधर होके चीट किया तो सारे तारे बोले गिली गिली मेरी बात ज्यादा बातें बुरी बात खाली में कटोरा लेकर अनुभाग पूरी बात मेरे भी जो किसी ने रिपीट किया तो साला मैंने तेरे मुंह पे मारा मुक्का ये जो हाल है सवाल है कमाल है जाने ना बदतमीज दिल माने ना देखा दिन का भला ना देखा दिन का सिंगा लगा के देश का पूरा ना देखा पूरी दुनिया का गोल गोल तक चोरी लेके मैंने दुनिया को मारा धक्का बॉलीवुड वेरी वेरी जॉलीवुड राय के पहाड़ पर 3 फुटा नीली बुक मेरे पीछे किसी ने रिपीट किया तो साला मैंने तेरे मुंह पे मारा मुक्का के बनवे से खुद को मोड़ना जाने ना कंबल बेवजह ये शर्म का ओढ़ना जाने ना जिस पकड़ के खड़ा है कम वक्त छोड़ना जाने ना बदतमीज दिल माने ना बदतमीज दिल माने ना
Our breakfast show, as we told you, we're celebrating the Hindi traditions and their culture, and of course one of the things they're known for is the dance, and as you've seen the vigorous dance. Hey, what? Now I want to dance not anyway.
Nimesweat.
Alright, so maybe introduce yourself and tell us who these are and what the dance is all about.
My name is Sylvester, creative dance choreographer with Sarakasi Trust. These are our dancers. Yep.
From Sarakasi?
From Sarakasi Trust,
all right, so wacha tuwajue nini majina kwa sababu unajua wanaonekana pengine mkitaka namba hala.
My name is Margaret Wangoi.
Roy Wanda.
Roy Wanda.
Yeah.
Huh?
Mary Wanjiko.
Daniel Oscar.
Agi. That's my stage name.
Vincent Godson.
All right. Okay, nimeona hapa wako nini? Nywele ni special. Quite different. So when did you decide to do this particular kind of dance?
We started in 2008 after meeting one of creative choreographer from India, Saget Academy, one of the biggest dance academy in India. And she came here in Kenya, and we did a project in 2008, and she taught us what we normally call classical and Kathak technique.
Classical and who?
Classical Indian and Kathak. Kathak is Indian dance, normally from North India.
And how has it been? I mean, what is the reception of people? I know most of the Indian movies we watch, that I watched even growing up, there's a lot of dance, and it happens right in the middle of the movie, or when something's happening, boom, they start dancing and peeping behind trees. It's really cool.
Normally, we do corporate Indian functions and Indian weddings, and the reception has been awesome, to be honest with you. And though it's challenging, seeing India, there are no Indian groups in Kenya. Although they are there, but a few. But Sarakasi managed to stand out, maybe to just fill that gap. Yeah.
How is the market? How's the market been in terms
the market is receptive, to be honest, and we have managed to perform almost like 20 this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's big. So what are the plans? I mean, for the future? Do you want to open also a dance academy? What do you guys want to do?
As a group, is to be the leading dance company in East Africa. As an individual, just to open one of my own one day in life. Yeah. All
right, and they'll be performing again a little bit later on. Yes, okay. So I'm told you'll be performing again. Today, remember, you were talking about the Hindi culture, and the hashtag to use on Twitter is #PowerBreakfast. Are you guys on Twitter?
Yes, we're on Twitter, both on Sarakasi Trust. On Twitter and Instagram, and also you can like our page, Sarakasi Trust, and also we have our page, Sarakasi Dancers. Please like it and we'll follow you also. Yes,
all right. So remember, the hashtag to use is #PowerBreakfast. If you have a question, views and comments, and then also at Citizen TV Kenya, as we've had us, Sarakasi, at Willie Sabura, and Kirigungarwa. And also, if you want to SMS us, the number is 22422. I'll hand you over now to Miss Fine. Thank you, Kirigungarwa, as she goes on with this debate.
All right, thank you very much, Willis. And like you've said, we are dealing with, we want to discuss and learn more about the Hindu cultures and their traditions, their belief systems. And this morning I'm joined by some gentlemen. I will ask them to introduce themselves.
Yeah, I'm Anil Kapila. I'm from Arya Samaj. Arya Samaj.
Okay, Arya Samaj.
I'm Nitin Malle, National Chairman of Hindu Council of Kenya.
Okay, and what religion are you from, if you can call it a religion?
Okay, Hindu is a widespread religion, but in particular I'm Jain from Sa community.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
My name is Ramji Patel. I'm the National Trustee of Hindu Council of Kenya, and even serves other Indian communities as the past chairman.
Okay.
I'm Kausal Apir Singh. I represent the Sikh community.
Okay. Now, I think we need to understand how many subcultures are found in India, or how many religions are found in India. So one of you can quickly tell us.
If you see the geography of India, and if you go by like the north, west, east and south, the north part is very rich in their culture, like Bhangra is very famous, very colorful dance, and in the west side, that is Gujarat and Maharashtra. Gujarat has Garba culture, that is one sort of dance, and Maharashtra has Lavani. If you go to south, they have Onam, and this classical dances like Bharatanatyam is from south part of, and if you go to east, it's called Bengal, and this Durga Puja is celebrated in different. So all these dances and cultural things are depending, either connected with religious or connected with seasons or connected with some joyful occasions, like that.
Okay, all right, and then I'll come to you two gentlemen. You have that
Tilak.
What is it called?
Tilak.
Yes. Well, what does it symbolize?
This tilak is especially from Swaminarayan Sampradaya. In Gujarat, Lord Swaminarayan exited about 250 years ago, and this is the part of our tilak which we perform early morning prayers times. And tilaks in India, there are 100 types of different tilaks throughout India.
Wow.
So this is one of our own tilak from our own Hindu religion.
Yes. Okay. And then there's of course the Singhs who wear the turban since time immemorial. Maybe you can tell us more about yourselves as a community.
Yeah, the Sikh community is one of the youngest religions in the world, the 5th largest in the world as well. We are about 30 million in the world, less than 1% of India's population in India, but yet the most visible because of the identity.
Yes.
The turban and the uncut hair, which is the proof of what we stand for, the beliefs, the inner belief. It's like a uniform for a policeman or any official, just to remind ourselves what we stand for.
Okay.
So the Sikhs are in general, they are saint soldiers in essence. As much as we are godly, we are also soldiers, because as much as we pray to God, we are also defenders of righteousness and truth.
Okay. So now we hear of Indians who don't eat meat. Yeah, is there anyone here who doesn't eat meat?
Yeah, we are vegetarian.
All Indians are vegetarian.
Okay, it is not, but most of us are vegetarian.
Okay,
yes.
All right. And there's one particular, I don't know how to call it, religion that is considered close to Christianity that has similar values?
Well, the Arya Samaj is probably the most recent form of social spiritualism which came through.
Okay.
Its main object was to eradicate the discriminatory practices against women, children, bonded labor, class system. It does not have an idol worship.
Okay.
So it falls closer to the Christian and Islam values than does any other of the Hindu religions.
Now, a lot of people say the Hindus, the Indians are very good at business. What do you think is the secret that has kept, you people very fruitful in your businesses generations later? What do you think is the secret? And I can ask you, Mr. Patel.
Like myself, my grandfather came here somewhere in 1917. And this is our 5th generation in Kenya.
Wow.
And the business we have succeeded is as a family business. We run our businesses, we are 7 brothers. And this has been going on for years and years. And the success, in particular in our business, is our own initiatives. And we perform to the best of our knowledges.
Okay. So they are together. 7 brothers have come and done something successful. Anyone else who has another secret you can share? Yes.
Basically, we are hardworking. And our nature is savings nature. You see, we keep on savings, for our future generation, for expansion. And generally, if you have seen the Indian people here, we are more generous and philanthropic. In any national event, we come forefront. For example, if you see the Westgate saga, the Oswald Center, we opened it, and in fact it became army base at that time. So we are very generous, and at that time we don't even care. We give our savings, our whatever we can.
I agree with that, because there's a temple in Mhindi where you can drive in and get free food, if you're on your way to Mombasa or coming back from Mombasa. But it's also said that you tend to, your children bring them into the business. They learn the tricks and the trades much earlier than everyone else. Could that also be a key to the success?
That could be. And again, we believe in family values, as our elder says. We believe in morals and ethics. We also listen to our elders. And that is our holy scriptures and our religion teaches us,
Okay.
That do ethical business, be law-abiding citizens, and be loyal to the country you are.
Okay. You wanted to say something?
Yeah, particularly if you see the history of Asians or Indians in Kenya. The first lot of migrants came. And before the first lot of migrants came, there were always trade going on between a certain sect of Indian people who were basically from Gujarat. They would come by dhows and they would trade at Dubai and come down to Kenya as well, and Zanzibar, and take back the cloths and everything. The railway is an opening, and that's where the Mhindi comes up. Basically, the railway was laid down by Punjabis, basically people from Punjab, whether the Sikhs or ourselves. And in 1929, my grandfather was in that team that was building the railways. My mother was born in Nairobi. And as the railway progressed, the trading community, that was the people from Gujarat, followed on, and they built up the business community from basic dukas. And they were very hard working, but the railway has a big role to play in the migration into Kenya of business communities.
Yes.
Not everyone is in business. Most of us in the Punjab area are either in some sort of profession.
Okay.
And or we are very much craftsmen.
Okay.
And that's what our skills were.
Okay. All right. And I'll come back to you because I'd want to know more about the National Trustee Hindu Council, what it's about. I also want to talk about the food. You know, we have a lot of Indian restaurants that have popped up in the country, but is it the same? What do you eat at home? I'd like to know and hear your views on that. But I want to head over to Willis Raburo. He's with someone special, a man who converted, and they'll be talking more about that. So let's go that side. Willis.
All right. Well, there you have, like you said, sitting next to a man who. But he told me though that you don't convert.
I don't think there is anything like conversion in Hinduism. The whole aspect is, probably I was explaining to you before that it's about learning how to appreciate other people's cultures and learning that every culture has something to offer, and every culture has an ingredient that can make somebody an ideal person. And I tend to think the issue of conversion is not really an issue in the whole aspect of Hinduism.
I forgot to ask you to introduce yourself. And you still Kenyan is your name.
Okay, my name is Francis Mwangi.
All right. So, what informed your decision to embrace the Hindu culture?
You see, the whole idea of embracing Hinduism is not probably new. Hinduism is a very old culture, is a very old tradition, and there are many people who have found interesting kind of ideals in Hinduism, just like others have found ideals in other ways of life. Others have found ideals in Islam, others have found ideals in Christianity and all that. And I tend to think the issue of trying to investigate what other cultures have to offer is the most important thing. And I tend to think the more we learn about what has to be offered by cultures, we learn how to be tolerant, we learn how to appreciate other people.
And so what has been the response from people? I mean, if someone is watching and they see you and you say, my name is Mr. Mhindi and I'm a Hindu, what has been the response from the general public when you say that?
I tend to think probably I would look at it from our upbringing. Most people have not been socialized to really probably look at other cultures that they have not been socialized in as important. For example, many people will find it shocking, bearing in mind probably what they have heard from their upbringing, from their past, regarding, for example, what Hinduism is all about. And I tend to think knowledge is power, because when you get to learn or when you acquire the knowledge regarding what others believe, then you don't find it shocking. Probably you find it more of something to appreciate. And probably what startles other people is, for example, language. People trying to ask questions like, how do you understand the language? For example, the Vedas, being a Vedic priest, and the whole question that Vedas is in Sanskrit and all that kind of thing. So that is the kind of questions that people raise. But again, you should realize that the kind of people we are having in our present generation are people who are open-minded and people who are willing to go out and to investigate what there is to be offered by other cultures.
Right. Yeah. Right. And maybe the last, as you continue to talk about this and you're saying how it's important for us to continue to embrace these cultures, you said you're a priest?
Yes, I'm a priest with Arya Samaj, Nairobi.
So how has that worked in terms of even disseminating the knowledge, like you say, knowledge is power, disseminating the knowledge. Is this something that you would advise other people to come as well? And even how has the Hindu community also embraced you as well?
I tend to think you, Wiris, would agree with me that you would really appreciate to see somebody who is willing to test the waters in which you stand. And I believe that the Hindu community has actually been very kind of appreciative of the kind of engagement I've had with them. And I also do appreciate the support that I've had from the Hindu community, especially the Arist March, because it is through their support that I was able to, visit places like Mauritius, India, and study the Vedic philosophy. And what I would actually encourage, especially the young people, is to be enthusiastic and try to open up the horizons and see what there is to learn in the world.
All right, so there you have it, Mr. Mhindi, who says he's a priest, he's embraced the Hindu culture and everything about it, the food and everything as well, the whole 9 yards. You've gone the whole 9 yards.
Definitely.
I love the food though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. All right. So so there you go. Like I told you today, we're talking about the Hindu culture, and this is just one facet of it. We have more coming as well. I'll just borrow this, and we have here Mr. DJ. We want to speak to. We're going to talk to two DJs. This is one of two, and I guess I'll hand this over to you. Yes. So all right. Tell us first of all what is your DJ?
Okay, my name is DJ Deshal.
DJ Deshal.
Yeah, I'm born in Nairobi, Kenya, and I've been a DJ for the past about 30 years now.
Past 30 years.
Yes.
Wow, that's a long time. And what kind of music do you play? Do you strictly play the Bhangra?
No, music. Okay, music basically I play a variety.
Right.
I also play Kisapre, Wangala. I play everything. Yeah, and I also do my own production.
Yeah.
Those are my remixes. And I have a show also on East FM every Saturday nights.
All right, awesome. So you two guzia.
So 20 cars.
DJ The Walk. Yeah, there you have it. That's just a taste of it. Remember, we are talking about the Hindu culture here, and the hashtag to use on Twitter is #PowerBreakfast, #PowerBreakfast, and send in your questions, views, and comments on 22422. We'll be back with some more music, and we're still talking to some more people. We'll have some guests from the Asia Weekly as well to give us their insights. But for now, though, I want to hand you back to Kirigongaro.
All right, thank you very much, Willis. And gentlemen, we're back, and we had Willis Waburu saying he really enjoys Indian food. But my question is, what we eat in the Indian restaurants, is it the same thing you guys eat at home? I don't know, I have a feeling it's something different.
No.
Thank you. Explain.
Well, I think the Indian restaurants basically run on the basis of enriched quality of food.
Okay.
The general Indian foods are rather simple and not as rich as what you see in the restaurants. You do not, of course, get the taste of what you eat at home in a restaurant. Very few restaurants can come up to that. Basically the mixtures and the way it's cooked is also different. So you have a different taste.
Okay. You had a describe, you were shaking your head, not too sure. I'd like to hear your view.
But when one thing is you can easily see is we eat lot of hot, chili. We use lot of chili and oily and fried, and that is the thing. But we have variety of foods. You see, India has 29 states and different tradition, religion, and food and recipes. But our main food is either chapati or rice.
Yes.
Together with curries and other. But we use lot of vegetable as well. So there are a lot of varieties in food and different taste. And also we are sweet lovers.
Yes.
So sweet is must with any Indian food.
Okay. Mr. Patel, your thoughts?
Yeah, when we talk about the food, there are very special vegetarian restaurants in particular. Other restaurants have all the mixed foods, but vegetarian, like ISKCON, our Hare Krishna temple, the way they prepare the food, and the food they distribute every day to 1 NG is pure vegetarian. That's one. The other temple is Bap's temple in Nairobi. Even they do a lot of service, and their food is lovely food when we eat there. So it belongs to veg. Mostly we are the vegetarians. Like in our own religions, we are very strictly, even no eggs, no onions or no garlic. We go up to that extent. But the current generation will not go up to that expectation.
They'll not know what to do. Aren't you teaching them how to carry on with this tradition? At our home, all our daughter-in-laws or our daughters, they do love and they do cook. But weekends comes, these are the things happen. Things happen.
So that's the change of the generation gap.
Yes.
What we call in every family.
Yes. What about you?
Well, we form part of the wider Indian community from the Indian subcontinent. So our foods are very similar. But it's just the preparations that may vary. For example, if you go to the Mhindi Gurdwara in Mhindi on the way to Mombasa or back to Nairobi, I'm sure you've been there on your trips.
Yes.
The food that you experience there is the kind of food we have at home. It's very generic, chapatis and lentils and vegetable stews and all that. And the reason why it's vegetarian in Gurdwaras and many Indian temples, Hindu temples, is because they do not conflict with other beliefs of other people from other religions. So everyone's welcome to sit together and eat as one. So generally, even Punjabi food is even as spicy as the other Indian communities, because we are spice lovers and as well as sweets as well.
Yes. Okay. All right. We want to go to Willis Raburu. We'll be back, talk about the council, of course. And then there's just something that has popped up in my head. Is it true that the girls are the ones who pay the dowry when it comes to Indian communities? No, it's not true. Thank you for confirming that. All right. Let's throw it over to Willis.
I was really hoping I would have asked the lady as well. All right. So again, we'll give you a chance to introduce yourselves. So today, like I told you, talking about the Hindu culture and the Hindu traditions as well, and just give you a chance to introduce both yourselves.
Hi, my name is Javed Khanna. I'm the executive editor at the Asian Weekly.
Hi, my name is Ravneet Semi. I'm the managing editor at the Asian Weekly.
So, like, I've seen a couple of stories and everything that you do, and just tell us a bit about how you came up with the ideas and what's been happening. What is the thought process as it goes through? And you say, okay, finally, this is going, because you're editors. So do you say this is the one that's going to make it to copy?
Okay, so let me begin by saying that the community, the Asian community at large, is so diverse. And in that saying is that each community has a separate set of celebrations, functions, traditions and rituals that they follow. So because of that, you can imagine how much content we get. And it's difficult to filter, to be honest. But the Asian Weekly's greater purpose, and our tag is for the greater community, and that only means one thing for us, is that we are out there to unify, to bring together the void that was once there. So we leave no stone unturned, and when I tell you that, we mean it, and we do anything it takes to cover every community, and there's so many. So it usually everything makes it to the paper. but you will see in our paper, a lot of them are donations, and we'll come talk about that later as well. But all rituals, traditional, cultural, religious, they all make it to our paper. Yeah.
And how important is it to have that, to tell that story, to maybe even get rid of some of the misconceptions?
Actually, the misconceptions are many, but the idea behind the Asian Weekly to begin with was really to bridge a gap between communities.
Right.
So thereby to be, we are a niche market, but then the idea is actually to reach out and go beyond our existing comfort zones to be actually an all-inclusive newspaper. Actually, we are a blend of a newspaper and a magazine, so we like to call ourselves a paper zine, and that's actually one of its kind in Kenya. So when it comes to misconceptions, we have, I think in the last 5 years, managed to sort of break some misconceptions, in the sense that, you know, when they say that Asians are racist and stuff like that, we go beyond breaking that to include, you know, national personalities in our paper. We cover national days, we cover interviews with anyone who matters. Recently we featured Julius Yego as well. So, so we go beyond that really. It's not just about Asians. Yes, it's primarily about Asians in Kenya, but then it goes beyond that.
And having done this for quite a while, what do you think? Because we see the Asians community that really sticks together, very entrepreneurial. What do you think is that? What's that glue that keeps them together?
Okay, you're absolutely right. The Asian community is very united. Okay, and we've come to find in many, often when we go and cover, we see unity. Okay, and what really it is that we are. And we're not united only as the Asian community.
Right.
We will step out when it's required for national matters as well.
Right.
But the main factor here is that we care. Okay, and I don't think a lot of people or enough people know about that. But we care. And in a lot of our work we see a lot of philanthropy from the Asian community. A lot of it, whether it's a school being built in Webuye, Makueni, wherever it is, donations on any festive occasion. There's a lot of donations being made out there. The idea is to spread the love, spread the care, and that's what we really are about.
And you're talking about, even as you go on talking about donations, you said something?
Yes, yes.
So tell us a bit about that.
Okay, so the Asian community, and I'm sure I speak for all, is really geared towards helping everyone who needs it, and we do that. So that's what we're really talking about.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And maybe the last question is, I was told you're a Muslim as well.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So how's that? Because we had somebody who told us he's not there's no such thing as converting per se. How does that work? Explain it to us.
Okay. My idea is to be a journalist. Well, I am an editor and a journalist. So being a Muslim really is my religion, but my religion has got nothing to do with my work. So you will find me covering every other community. I go to temples to take photos, to cover and to tell their stories as well, because really work goes beyond religion.
All right, so awesome. So where can we get the Asian Weekly?
The Asian Weekly, that's an interesting story. In Nairobi, we deliver door to door, and well, we are a free paper, and we go all out to deliver everywhere in Nairobi. Beyond Nairobi, we send our copies to all parts of Kenya, to major cities and stuff, and then we go beyond Kenya to the East African region. So we send copies to Uganda and Tanzania as well.
All right. So they have it. You want to say something?
Yeah. Sorry. Do follow us on social media.
Right.
On Facebook, we are the Asian Weekly. And on Twitter, the same, the Asian Weekly.
The Asian Weekly.
Yes.
All right. So they have the Asian Weekly on Facebook and on Twitter. Get to know more about the culture and other stories that they're covering and interesting things that will be coming up there. So I mean, you had it from the bosses, so you can go ahead and do that. We want to toss it back over to Kirungaru. We still have a lot more in store for you. Remember the hashtag to use on Twitter is Power Breakfast, and the SMS number remains 22422. Can we go?
All right, thank you, Willis. And I'll start with you, Nitin. You're the chairman of the Hindu Council. Kindly just tell us what your mission, your vision, your aim is as a council.
First of all, let me thank CTN TV for taking this initiative about informing your viewers about Hindu culture in Kenya. Hindu Council of Kenya was formed in 1971, way back 44 years ago. We are the umbrella body of different faith and different religion and different caste of Hindus residing in Kenya. We have national office here in Nairobi, but we do have 5 branches countrywide. And basically all our member institutes are our members. Yeah. So I am the 14th chairman of Hindu Council of Kenya. This is my 2nd year. We do lot of activities. Basically, by birth we are Hindus, so Hinduism is our religion. But equally, we respect all other religion equally. There are some activities we do. It is open for all. For example, National ID exercise, this KRA ITEX awareness seminar, the certificate of good conduct. There are so many activities we do. It is open to all. Apart from that, we do relief and welfare activity. That is also open to all. We do not discriminate anyone. And people in need are welcome. And we think that it is blessing from them that also help us in our day-to-day life. So we promote our culture in Kenya. And our function is we have 12 different directorates like religious and culture, women, youth. We have health awareness directorate, relief and welfare, the environmental, like that. Yeah. And we have a team combining from different communities, like Sikhs are our members, Arya Samaj are our members.
Okay, that was going to be my next question. You know, are you all together in that, or is it for a particular community? But thanks for clarifying that. And I'll come to you, Mr. Patel. You're considered National Trustee of the Hindu Council. What exactly does that mean?
The trustees, our main aim is to look after the affairs of the Hindu Council, and we are like advisors. How to move forward, how to form the unity within the community, and we do see the other organizations, Hindu organizations, how they perform. And every year once we call our AGM, and we do give our reports and everything. And in particularly is that the community at large, I wish to add something apart from other Hindu councils. We are many organizations. As a chairman, past chairman, we started our school in Nairobi West, which is called Sri Kachila Patel Samaj School, which is one of the most leading school now in Kenya. And we have got about 208,000 students, whereby the 190 students are there, and this is what we call the promotions of the thing. Under the same thing, every year, this is very surprising to know for everyone in the citizen, we have our mass marriages. Last 19 years, we have been doing mass marriages. Now there are people who have come from India, they cannot afford these very expensive marriages. And this is what is done every year. And we look into these things. Apart from that, recently at Langata, it's a huge complex, one of the leading community now in Hindus. We have built primary school, secondary school and nursery school together with huge halls for the religions, the temple, which will be performed next year, the opening. For the whole community is around about 800 flats by 4, that comes to about 3,500 community members will be at one place getting everything.
Nice.
And the next project for us is a Varthi hospital, just like we have got MP Shah Hospital, Aga Hospital, Kellen Hospital, Nairobi Hospital. We aim to, for that biggest project, is the hospital, not for the community, but for the entire citizens. And lastly, one more thing.
Yes, sir.
As the past district governor of the Lions Club District 411, we run a hospital here. Every month, mostly 100% are Varanchi. We treat them with the cataract operation free of charge, and this is what we call our culture. And in that activity, we do a lot of other activities like dialysis, hearing aids, orphan children with the HIV. This is our motto, and we serve for them.
All right, thank you so much for that information. Really appreciate having you here. I'll quickly hand you over back to Willis Raburu because he has some beautiful ladies. Maybe he'll be able to tell us what's going on there, because I know it's all about makeup.
Yes. Alright, so we're going to talk about makeup. If you've seen the videos, they look amazing, and hot is the word we'd use. So I want to find out what goes into that process of doing that. So maybe you'll introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself as well.
Yes, I am Kathy Rana. I specialize in the bridal makeup, hair and Mhindi and bridal facials. I am a freelancing makeup artist. I've started my career 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yes, and you can follow up my page on Facebook. It's Kids Bridal Nairobi. I'm based on 6 Parkland, Nairobi. Yeah? And I like this. I like this makeup thing is because everyone wants to look beautiful these days, yeah? Everyone wants to have makeup on and go out for parties. They want to go, even these days they want to go out for lunch and dinners, they must have makeup on. They cannot go without makeup outside the house. So that is why I am there for. And I love styling them up because everyone has different features. Everyone has different shapes and features. So I would like to do different types of makeup on everyone. Yeah.
Alright. So you'll introduce yourself as well, and then you can walk us through like the makeup, the basics of the makeup.
She is my model for today. Her name is Trisha, and you can see she is dressed up in a beautiful Indian outfit, very colorful for any occasion, any festival, and she's got something, a contrast jewelry, something in gold and diamonds, and for the makeup I would go very simple and subtle for her because the jewelry is really heavy. Okay, so if I have to start with her, I would start with
Let me help you there to hold the mic.
Yes,
please. This chair. Right. So you can see the hashtag is for breakfast. If you some tips, and you said your pages.
Sorry, Kids Bridal Nairobi. Yes.
So go ahead.
So for any face, if you want to make it very smooth and flawless, you need a foundation. The brand I use is of MAC. This is one of the best brands. Now, according to her skin shade, I'm going to use a NC35, okay, which comes in the lighter category. Now, I'm going to take a blending brush. Okay, very quickly I'll blend all over her face. You also have to note that you use the correct shade. If you use a shade lighter or darker, it might just change your skin complexion. Yes. And makeup makes you photogenic, so most of the people want to yes.
They'll go and take selfies.
Yes, of course.
So this is the foundation based on the skin.
Yes. So I have done it all over her face, and then you can just scrub it off to the neck as well and the visible area, so everything looks even. Yeah. Once this is done, I'm going to use a Studio Fix MAC NC35 as well. Now this is used to set the foundation. Okay. So very quickly all over the face, I'll do that. In case the face is oily, so this extracts all the oil from the face. Yes. You can see she's already shining. Yes, her face has become really smooth. And then next we go to the blusher, because any beautiful girl would want her cheeks to to define.
Oh yeah, to define, that's the word. Sorry, I didn't know the word.
Yes. So I'm using a Krylon brand, and it has different beautiful blushes. So according to her outfit, she has purple, she has pink and red. So I'm going to use a copper shade and a pink shade. You can mix the two, and I'm going to do it on the cheekbones only. Because photos are taken from all the angles. That is why makeup needs to be perfect all over the face. Yes. So her blusher is done.
All right.
Very quickly I'll go to the eyes. Since she has a bit of yellow, so I'll use a gold eyeshadow.
Gold eyeshadow.
Yes, I'll use first the gold as a base.
Kivuli ya macho.
not only do one shade. She has got different other shades. So for the outer corners, I'll mix up with another shade.
Okay.
Yes.
And normally you see like the, and maybe, I don't know if there's always the place there. Is it ceremonial or what does it mean?
You can wear it anytime.
You can wear it anytime?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to take a bit of purple in contrast. Yeah. And I'm going to do it just the outer corners. And blend it in well with the gold. Yes.
So how long does this usually take?
For a bride, it takes at least 1.5 hours for a full bridal hair and makeup and the styling of the sari and all. And if you occasionally want to go for, let's say, Diwali festival is coming up soon, so it will just take 10 minutes, like the way I'm doing very quickly.
Right.
Yes, so it will just take 10 minutes, but otherwise 1.5 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. So according to our time, we have around 1 minute or so.
Yeah.
That's left. And does this work for men as well?
Most of the men these days like doing it as well. Like especially the grooms, they say that the brides are really beautifully dressed and they would like to have at least a bit of powder on the face. Yes, these days they do that as well.
Right.
Yes.
We have one here. It's like a gentleman called Robert Karanja.
Yes.
He likes a lot of makeup. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
So this is done?
Yes. Now it's up to her. During daytime we don't prefer doing the lipstick. We would like her to go nude lips. And if it's a night function, she can go for a dark pink lips. And then once the makeup is done, all I'm going to do is take the Matte Fix Plus spray and then spray it on the face. Okay? So the makeup is going to last all day. This makeup will last up to 18 hours.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Yes.
All right, awesome. As you can see, Apo Kiriko Maona 18 hours makeup.
Yes, and you know, I'm wondering whether you've learned anything, Willis, because that's a woman's domain, that side, and it just bought me a sari to wear and try. But then we'll come back and check out on the finished products, because you have to walk down this side, Willis.
To go here and ask
and I'm being told I should have worn a sari today, and I'm really sorry. Next time we'll plan ourselves.
We
and I'll
should
come wearing a sari.
Do you have one in my size? All right, so we'll have another DJ here. Maybe introduce yourself.
Hi Willis, good morning. My name is Gupson. I've been a musician for the last 23 years. Started off as a percussionist, went on to become a DJ, but by the time I got to the DJ domain, I already found the Shaul there. So he's done about 30 years. He's a veteran, eh? This guy is serious. So it's been a pleasure being part of the DJ scene alongside the Shaul as well. And he's pretty awesome.
And would you say it's growing? Do you get a lot of stereotypes, like when they when we met, the first thing I asked you was, so do you play only do you get a lot of that stereotype?
Well, I think a good mix is always great, but you do get a lot of stereotypes. But even if you realize there's loads of music out there. There's Bollywood music, there's Bhangra music. A lot of the Asian generation now listen to hip hop, R&B, a lot of house. So you can never. I mean, if you're playing at a function, there's no way you play Bollywood.
Bollywood all the way.
Yeah, because I mean, there's a lot of cosmopolitan things going on in the world right now, and it's things are changing. It's not all 100% Indian these days.
Yeah. So where do you play?
I only do private functions. I built some contacts through I was on radio for about a decade. And just realized I started off at clubs, but it was too many hours with too little pay, so I decided to diversify and just do my own thing. And just private parties.
And just a question to both of you: do you feel like there's that mix that is happening in terms of more people appreciating the Hindu music and the Hindu community appreciating other kinds of music as well? I mean, you've done it for 30 years.
It's a mixed feeling for that. Everyone likes a bit of both.
A bit of both.
Yeah.
Best of both worlds.
Yes.
All right. And just a question for you generally. I mean, you've been around for 30 years. What do you feel it's been like for the DJs? Is it growing?
It's been growing, and times have changed. When I started, turntables were in place, but now we have everything digital. So I find it's more easier for the new DJs who are coming up. Yeah, I think they should all pass through the old times and feel the old times.
Yeah.
Because it's too easy now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, so as we wrap it up, remember, what was your page, just to remind?
Kids Bridal Nairobi on Facebook, yes. Yes, I am Kathy Rana, bridal specialist, freelancing makeup artist, yes.
So there you go, and you've seen the work, the beautiful work that she's done there, and thank you guys for coming out. And where can you guys, you say you're private, so where can people contact you?
You can get me on Gupson, at Gupson.
At Gupson.
You can get me on Facebook on DJ Deshaun, and as I said, on Saturday nights on East FM from 8 to 10.
All right, awesome. So we're going to end with the Sarakasi dancers, the Sarakasi Trust dancers as well, and they are at Sarakasi Trust. You can follow them. They'll be doing some amazing music. We like to thank everybody who made this show a success, and for everybody for coming out. My name is Really Saburu, reminding you as always that successful people look like you and the great Manchester United. Kirigo.
All right, don't have a camera, I don't know where it is, but just wishing you a fantastic weekend. We'll see you next week, same time, same place. Enjoy yourselves, be kind to one another.
नशा प्यारे नशा सबसे नशीला है